Traveling Tyler style. We're in Frankfurt, Germany. I've never been here. We're going in blind, we're coming in hot. We're gonna see what Frankfurt's all about. The goal for today is to determine, is Frankfurt worth visiting? We have 24 hours. Let's see what it's all about. The first step is actually getting into the city. I'm staying out near the airport, so I'm gonna take the train. Let's see how this goes. English, single trip Frankfurt, one adult, that's debatable. These are my options. Not sure if this is going to be taking me to the city. We'll just guess. All right, $6.60 to go to Eisenhardt, Urshoschwein. Okay, this is going to be fun. This is the train I'm getting on towards Frankfurt, Maine. Not sure if this is the ticket I bought, but I'm pretty sure this is what's going to get me into the city. I made it to Frankfurt Main Station. Before I came here, I had somebody warn me that you don't really want to hang around the area near the Frankfurt Main Station. I was kind of like, sure, whatever. But after spending a few minutes here, I think they were right. I just want to be clear on what the agenda is of this video. If you're looking for a history lesson, then this is probably not the right video to watch. I'm not that familiar with Frankfurt. I'm not familiar at all, actually. So what I'm trying to do is experience it from a novice level without really knowing what I'm looking for, with no agenda, no plan, just gonna be wandering. So I figure by the end of the day, I'll be able to determine, is this a place that people should come to? So that's the goal of this video. It'll put you in a first-hand experience on whether or not Frankfurt is worth visiting. So far, don't really know. I don't really know if I'm in the city center, walking out of the city center, or walking into the city center. I'm not really familiar with my surroundings. Frankfurt is a power city within Germany. I've been all over Germany, too many cities to remember, but I've never been to Frankfurt. It's one of those cities that you never hear someone being like, yeah, me and my wife, we're going on a honeymoon, we're going to Frankfurt. That never happens. You never hear people say, I'm going on vacation to Germany and I think we're going to check out Frankfurt. But we're going to figure out the reason why today. So far, a couple minutes in, I have a good feeling that I understand the reason why, at least from what I've seen so far. But you never know, it could pick up speed. We have no plan today, literally just wandering. Gonna see what it's all about. Throughout Germany, you will not see skyscrapers. From what I've read, no buildings can be taller than the largest church. I don't know if that's accurate. I read it in a YouTube comment. That's where I get all my information, by the way. And then I just roll with it and act like I know what I'm talking about. But Frankfurt's different. They have skyscrapers. Now it's starting to get a little bit better. We're clearly in a better area, so I'm feeling good about the situation. Now I'm on my way into Old Town. Old Town is always my favorite place to be. It's where the history is, duh. But also it's where the architecture is, the food, the drinks, those types of things are always better at Old Town. That's always where I try to start any trip I have. Today I didn't start in Old Town, but I'm on my way there now. The more I'm walking, the more I'm liking this. I really am. Frankfurt is really hit and miss. There's parts that are really cool. There's parts that are boring. There's parts that are, quite frankly, dangerous. It's got a little bit of everything. It's a mixed bag. Now we're coming up on Frankfurt Cathedral. Officially named the Emperor's Cathedral of St. Bartholomew, Frankfurt's main church is recognizable for its 328-foot tall tower. Despite its common name, it's never actually been a cathedral. It dates back to the 13th century. The cathedral is also famous for the fact that its election chapel served as the location for selecting Holy Roman empires from the 14th to the 18th centuries. It was rebuilt following an 1867 fire and again after World War II. Some people call it Frankfurt's first skyscraper. The earlier church, which stood on the site of today's cathedral, the Salvator Basilica of Frankfurt, was originally founded September 1st, 852.
This was determined after excavations revealed buildings on the site dating back to the 7th century. This highlights the long journey of religious use on this location. As you walk around, you just marvel at the interior. It really is incredible.
Excuse me, do you know what is happening? Do you English? No? What is happening? What is this?
It's a pride demonstration.
Oh,
Christopher Street Day.
Oh, it's a what?
Pride demonstration. Christopher Street Day.
A riot demonstration?
Right.
Right demonstration. Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so what the hell's a right demonstration? Okay. All right, so I guess there's a right demonstration going on here. Dang. Wow. I feel like I've entered a chat room that I don't know what the chat's about. Let's see here. I don't know, maybe they got some free food or something. Yeah, they're having a party. They got wine. What is happening?
Dass der Umgang mit der AfD zusehends normalisiert wird. Wir dürfen ihre Narrative nicht übernehmen, die zunehmend jegliche demokratische Institution in unserem Land angreifen. Nicht zuletzt auch mit dieser schweren Kampagne für das Bundes...
I stumbled into Frankfurt Pride. They do this once a year. I happen to be here on the weekend. It's chaotic. Nothing but respect. They got the road blocked. But this is kind of an amazing experience. I mean, what else can you ask for? You want to see what Frankfurt has to offer, and wham bam, this is what you come into. Frankfurt doesn't exactly have the reputation of being beautiful. At least that's not how I have perceived it. But there are parts of Frankfurt that are truly beautiful. And this is an example of it. I made it to Main Tower. It's the 4th largest skyscraper in Frankfurt. It has a viewing observatory. Not sure how much it costs to go to the top, but let's check it out. Coming up to the observatory view of the Main Tower, 4th largest skyscraper in Frankfurt. Incredible views, 787 feet high. That's with the antenna. It opened in 2000. It only costs €9 to come up here. If you're in Frankfurt, you gotta do this. Continuing on.
Now we're entering the Goethe House, which is the birthplace and childhood home of the German poet and playwright Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, who's widely regarded as the most influential writer in the German language. The house has mostly been operating as a museum since 1863. The Goethe House was destroyed by Allied bombing in World War II, but reconstructed afterwards, which was slightly controversial at the time. It's been rebuilt to a very similar condition prior to it being destroyed, and it's now one of the main tourist attractions in Frankfurt. The house was first built around 1618 before being purchased in 1733 by Cornelia Goethe, the grandmother of Johann Wolfgang. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe is recognized as the genius of literature and spent his childhood in the house. The house consists of 4 levels of rooms as well as an attic and a basement for a total of 18 rooms, with the original railing on the staircase, which was removed from the rubble of the bombed house and restored. Before arriving here, I can't even pretend like I was familiar with any of this. I wasn't. But after going through the process of visiting the house and learning more about Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, I went into a deep dive online to learn more about him and the house he grew up in. This is my favorite part of traveling, coming across new things like this that I knew nothing about and learning as much as I possibly can about it.
This is what I'm doing.
And 1, 2, 3, and go.
This is the Opera House, one of those things you have to visit when you're in Frankfurt. Really cool area. Near the main train station, and this area is crazy. It's chaos. I just watched this homeless guy get his ass kicked by 3 or 4 guys, threw a beer bottle at him. It's also the red light district. I was told to stay away from this area, and I really tried my best, but I stumbled into it. But I can totally see how Frankfurt has a dark side, no doubt about it. Given everything I've said today, I want to point one thing out. Frankfurt has good areas and it has bad areas. I don't want to mislead anybody. The good areas are really nice. The bad areas are really bad. And the thing is, the bad areas are not really separated by much from the good areas. So you got to be careful. You just have to have your head on a swivel. You have to be aware of your surroundings. I stand by all the good things I said. I still believe it's a city that people should visit, especially if you're a traveler. But you just need to have awareness. You need to understand what you're getting yourself into. That if you go into the wrong place at the wrong time, you could have issues, but that's no different than any city anywhere in the world. This is what I got, Travel in Tyler's style. Frankfurt, Germany. Subscribe to my channel. I got a lot of videos coming. This is what I do. I travel the world. Till next time, I'm out.